Hey guys, it's me back with video number 2 of the tutorials on Multimedia Fusion 2. Now, I say that now, but I have a little confession to make. I've actually upgraded to ClickTeam Fusion 2.5. I won't be using any of the new features in ClickTeam 2.5, so anything I show you here should work on Multimedia Fusion 2. By all means, if it doesn't, let me know in the comments below. And I've also been practicing prior, just so that I don't look like an idiot and getting things wrong. It's going to happen anyway, but most of it I'm a bit comfortable with it now, so let's go ahead and get this fired up. Ignore any icons I've got on the desktop, I'll explain what they are as I go along. Okay, so looks slightly different, nothing to be scared about. So we're going to go ahead and create a new application, and this 640 by 480, I think that's a bit small, so we're going to go ahead and resize it to 1024 by 768. The easy way of clicking on the application, go down there where it says window, click on that, click on size, click on the little drop down, choose your resolution. It's going to ask me whether or not I want all the frames to match the main application, so you click on that, you then click away, there's the request, you say yes. Easy doing it at the beginning rather than at the end, having to go through them individually, etc, etc. Notice the little asterisk there that's saying, hey, this has changed, you've not saved it out. So let's decide on something. I decided I was going to do a Asteroid game on my cell phone or mobile phone, and ultimately get it uploaded to Google Play, probably for free, etc. So I figured I'd do the same, show you here. So let's rename that. You click on it once and then click on it again slightly after, and it'll give you the chance, the option to rename, or if it's highlighted, press F2. So we're going to say Asteroids. Little star's still there because we need to save it out, so let's save as, and we're going to call it asteroids.mfa. Okay, little asterisk is gone. We may as well go ahead and just go and let's start with the level. Okay, level 1. So highlighted F2, level 01. Oh, there's my little asterisk back. Let's click on save, get rid of that. Okay, now we need graphics. So what I found was this little website, which I'll bring up here, and it's called OpenGameArt. Let me get rid of this for a moment, and we're gonna go done. So OpenGameArt, decent little website. So I was thinking we're gonna do asteroids. So let's do asteroid. Okay, here's a nice one here. And they're the asteroids. We're gonna click on the download to get the zip. We're gonna save as, and again, don't worry about that. We're gonna go to here. We're gonna save it in graphics. We'll unzip this in a moment. We're also gonna need a spaceship. Okay, what can we use? Let's say this one. Okay, I'm going to save that out. So we go save, save as, graphics, save. Okay, so close that, we don't need that now. So in here we have graphics, we have the asteroid, so let's extract that. We'll use WinRAR, we'll extract that out. And we also want this spaceship extracted. Okay, so we've got the asteroids. Now this comes down in 3 folders. We've got large, which has a lot of graphics in there, as you can see. We've got medium, and we got small. So we're gonna go with the large. Now you've got lots of these little frames, These are the frames of animation. If I open that with Airframe View, which is another free program that you can use, you can see that they are all animated frames. I want these all combined into one. So this is where I found this little program called Photoscape. Now Photoscape is free and it can be downloaded from photoscape.org. So go there, download it, install it. It's a good little program. We'll close that. So we load up Photoscape, and we want to basically go to animated GIF, and then from the animated GIF we can go into my folder. I can go into here, I can go into the graphics, I can go into the asteroids. Let's move this down a touch. We'll move that over a little bit. And we'll go into large. Now you'll see down here all the frames. Okay, we only need the first block for now because we only want one asteroid. So if I highlight them, now I've clicked on the first one, I'm going to click shift the last one, it highlights them all. I then drag that over there and let go. And now we have a nice rotating asteroid. So easy this way. Now there's all the changes over here. You don't have to go into too much detail with that. You know, if you click on change time, you can tweak the speed at which these things rotate. You know, it's like, let's sort of take it down to 20, and it goes a little bit quicker. Let's take it down to 5. You got a rotating meteoroid. Meteoroid? Asteroid, meteor, meteoroid, how it mixes. So you've got add, save, web browser, preview, all these things we don't need to worry about. We can just basically go save, and it's like, okay, I want asteroid. Okay, that is now saved out. Okay, so we can close that down. So we go back to ClickTeam Fusion. Now, this here, this white box, is your frame, as in your graphics frame. So if you double click that, it takes you into your graphics frame. Doesn't really look much at the moment. Let's just reduce the size down to 75, and we'll actually change its colour. So if we go to the level 01, you got a few settings specific to this white frame. And if you see here, it says background colour, which is currently white. Space is not white. So let's change that to black. Okay, so we've got a black screen. We can add things later on. So now we want to get that asteroid in the into this somehow. So if you left double click anywhere, you get all the extensions that can be loaded into this. Now I've got a lot, don't have to worry about that. The main one you want is this active one. Anything that's going to be moving or active needs to be used with this. So let's click it, click OK. Now it wants to know where you want to dump it. So you literally get a white cross, click it, it dumps it down. Now I want to edit this active object, because that active object is actually going to be one of our asteroids. So if you wanted to, you could click on there, right click, rename, and let's say okay, I want it to be an asteroid. So we need the graphics, so double left click, it takes us into our graphics editor. Now remember before, when we saved out the asteroid, click on import, and let's go to, let me see, we basically want to go into our graphics, asteroid, large. Now in here we should find... Did I save it in here? Where did I save it? Change that to GIF. There it is. Okay, so we want to load that in. We go open and say, okay, what's going to be the transparent color? Well, the black's going to be the transparent color. You can click on pick and then click it, or just leave it as it is. We want to import it as an animation. We want to replace the current animation, and it's going to run from 1 frame to 16. And then click OK. And that now puts it all in the bottom. Now, a little bit of a tip for you. We've got lots and lots of space around the outside, but for now, click OK, we can see the asteroid. Now, if you were to click run frame, after a short delay, you'd have a rotating asteroid, only for a split second though. Run it again, and it stops. Okay, the way we change that, if you double click, you can go to the direction options here, and you can say that you want it to loop. A little tick mark, and then click OK. Now, if you click play, it will keep going and going and going and going. And there's your first asteroid on there. Now, let's tidy this up. It shouldn't take too long. If we open it up, there's a little icon here which is crop, and it's quite brainy. It actually works out the size of the blank space, and it will actually shrink it down and get rid of most of it. So let's just quickly do all these frames. It's only 16 clicks. As you can see, I'm getting rid of the majority of the transparency around in the background. Hope you're enjoying the music in the background while I'm not talking. 14, 15, 16. Okay. Let's click OK. Now it's a little bit smaller, the actual box around it. It's not taking up as much space, but it still does exactly the same thing. Okay, so let's just move that up there. So there's your first asteroid. Now we need the spaceship. So again, double left click. It's going to be an active object. I'm going to click OK. Where do we want it? Anywhere for now, just click. And let's rename it. Start as we mean to go on. Oh, I can't spell. Okay, so spaceship. Now, same thing here, but we don't really have any animations on this one, so we're just going to go import, and we are going to find the spaceship. Now, we've got various shapes from this person, but we'll go for this one. Now notice we've got two colors. That must be the transparency or the alpha channel. So I know what we're going to do. We'll actually... oh no, we'll just do it this way. And yes, import as animation. Let me see. I can use white as the transparent colour. Let me see. No, I can't really use white. Let's just leave it as black. Let's go OK. Again, shrink it down, and then click OK. So we have a spaceship. So that's a little bit big. So let's go back into it, and down here we have a size. Click on that. Add advise. Checking that. Checking that. And checking that. And then let's just reduce the size to 128. And then click apply, and then click OK. So we've got a little spaceship, we've got a meteor. two things. Okay, so in asteroids you're able to move the spaceship around, and you're also able to rotate. Normally you've got a thruster forwards and rotate left and right and shoot. We'll do the shoot later on. So we're on the spaceship. You want to click on this little blue guy, which is the movement. At the moment it's down as static. You then want to turn around and say, well, okay, I want to be able to control him in 8 directions. So you click that. It's like, right, okay, which way are we going to be able to go? So if you click on that, you've got the different directions. Now really, this guy, all he can do is go forwards, because that's all you want him to do. So if we click on that one, clears them all. Click on that one, you can only go forwards. Oops, clicked off that by mistake. Initial direction. We don't want him going anywhere to start. So that's like that. Clear that off. Now, if you were to click play, and if you were to use the cursor keys, it would move, but it can't go anywhere else. It goes off the map. So we can close that. So what we want to be able to do now is change its angle based on the cursor keys left or right. Now Click Team or Fusion, whatever you want to call it, has a nice little feature built into it, but it is in what's called the Events Editor, because you can set a graphics angle. So to do this, we want to be able to detect keys, and I think to make life a bit easier, we're going to use the keys A and D for left and right. So let's go into the event editor. We're going to go over there, and it's asking for a new condition straight away. So we right click. We don't have a lot of choices in here at the moment, but we want to be able to say something to do with the mouse pointer or the keyboard. So if we click on that, it's like, right, okay, so something to do with the keyboard. Upon pressing a key, or repeat while a key is pressed. So we'll do repeat while a key is pressed. It's going to ask me what key. So I'm going to say A. Press the letter A. So what's going to happen when the key A is pressed? We're going to move underneath the spaceship. We're going to right click, and we're going to say, okay, I want to change the angle. So I want to set the angle. Now this is where it comes up with the expression editor, this is called. So I've just said I want to set the angle. So what do I want to set the angle to be? If I'm pressing A, the angle is going back by 1 or less 1 or subtract 1, whichever you want to call it, of my existing angle. So down here I've got the objects that I can use, and the spaceship's one of them. So let's right click, go to angle, and get the spaceship's current angle. And I want to subtract 1, and you can see the little green box there saying this is a valid expression. So that's for the A key. We want to subtract an angle. Now when we actually hit OK, it's going to say, do you want to do the rotation in a quality format or a speed format? That's your own choice. If you want your graphics to look good, you might want to leave it at quality, but if the graphics are big, it's going to be slow. So I click OK. Notice at the top there, like I just said, maximum speed or maximum quality. So I want to leave it at 0 for maximum speed. Click OK. So basically this is saying now, while the A key is pressed, the little green check mark, set the angle to the angle of the spaceship less 1. So we basically want to do the same thing for D, key D. So again, mouse pointer and keyboard, repeat while key is pressed, press a key, D, move across, go to spaceship. We want to then set the angle based on the spaceship's angle. So we're going to get the existing angle, but this time we're going to +1 and then go OK. Again, speed or quality, for now leave it at 0 for speed. So if I now run the frame and press D, it rotates, but you think to yourself, why is it rotating like that? Why is it not rotating around the center of the spaceship? If I press A, it goes the other way, but it doesn't look right. I'll tell you why that's happened. We click X, close to get rid of it. We then want to go back to the actual frame editor. We want to open the spaceship up, double click it. Now there's a little icon here, the hotspot and the action point. Now the hotspot, if you notice, is down the bottom right hand corner. Let's zoom in a little bit just so you can see. And the action spot again is down the bottom right hand corner. Now the hotspot, if you like, is the point at which any major actions are done, like rotation on an angle. So we want the hotspot to be bang in the middle of the spaceship. So you can either move it round wherever you want it, but you're never going to get it perfect, or you can click this little center box here, and when you click the center box it puts it right in the middle. If you want to do it with the action point for now, you can do, move it into the middle. The action point would be used if you are firing out missiles from the front of the ship, so in that case it would be up there, or again if you click here, puts it where it should be. So we left the action spot there. The action spot is already action point, and the hotspot in the middle. So if we now click OK, now we run the frame. Now it rotates from the middle. And I just pressed up there just for the fun of it. So that is the basics of angles and also getting graphics in a rotating asteroid in this example. So I think for this particular for this particular tutorial, I'm going to wrap this up, see how long it's been, see whether I need to redo it, edit it, delete it, start again, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, have a good one, speak to you soon.